Hi, this is the last of three parts, and this one will cover how to find an academic journal. So, the easiest way is probably through Blackboard. So, I'm going to go into our course. So, I'm clicking on the top right, and I'll pan this over a little bit so you can see on the left-hand tab, which you're very familiar with. You've been seeing weekly modules and discussion board. There's also a space for the library that looks like it's a little bit cut off on this video, but it's in the the fourth box down below census axis. So if you click on library, what you're going to do is put in your topic, and sometimes it depends on the keyword. So I had been testing out some things before. One of the things that you haven't learned about me yet is back in, I believe it was 2010, which was about 5 years after Hurricane Katrina, Lisa Hamilton, who's the student activities director, and I took 10 students down to New Orleans to help build. And we ran a program on pedagogy and education about what happened down with Hurricane Katrina. So it's always been an interest of mine, and this was long before Hurricane Sandy, and I was in Long Beach at the time for that. So again, researching your passions. So again, what I just did was I put in my subject and I hit search. What you're going to do next, and I'm going to pan my tripod over again, is on the right hand side is where you're going to find how to narrow it to academic journals. Now you can see on mine that it says available at SCC. And then I'm going to click on academic journals. But it might show on your program right now that it's blank. It just says available at SCCC. So what you want to do is click on this arrow, and then it will appear for academic journals. Again, academic journals are written by scholars in the discipline. So I'm going to click on academic journals. I'll pan this tripod back over again. And your check to make sure that you know you did it correctly is you're going to see a purple icon. Let me see if I could point it out. It's not showing when I try to point something out. Oh, nope, that's just my finger making a mess. So when you see the purple icon, it says peer reviewed next to it. And again, you're allowed to use newspapers and books and magazines. It's just that those are not peer reviewed. It goes through a process that other scholars in the field have deemed it worthy. So usually in life, we don't like to judge a book by its cover, but sometimes with titles for doing an academic journal, it could work. So depending on what journal it comes from, you'll just play around with it. Whether you click on the article, whether you click on available online, there's many different ways to get to it. The truth is some are easier than others depending on the journal. So you'll click around, again, on some it might take a few different times, whether you click on available online. You definitely want the full text, so I'm going to click on the EBSCO. And usually the easiest way to see these is when the PDF full text is right here. So just as I scroll down, you can see different information. If it's going to be helpful for you, you can read through the abstract. On the right-hand side, they even help you out with a citation for it. So when I click on the PDF full text, it's a beautiful thing, and it's going to pop up right in front of me. Now, remember, this is a 4 to 6 minute speech, so you're not giving a speech all on this academic journal. You're going to pull out what you think is most fascinating about it. Again, when I click back, they have the citation devices, and here it will be completely correct. So if I move over to citation on the right. It says cite. I'm going to click on this. And you can see it does it in different formats. Typically, most students will use, depending on the subject, I'll move this back one more time, APA or MLA. So just make sure in your three sources you're being consistent of what you use. There's very small differences. It goes beyond the scope of this course to explain it in detail, but small differences is it is just the initials of the first name. You could see that the year comes a little bit differently in APA, whereas in MLA, it gives the whole first name. They actually don't give other people credit. It's just et al. And then the year comes much later. So there's small differences. Again, I'm okay with either one, but you just want to make sure that you're consistent. Because most of the time in the communication discipline, we are using APA, like I said, although I'll accept either. When I go into the weekly module notes, I have it all up in here. When you click on this one, a whole format for APA. And I took this right from the library. It's another PDF. So again, if you find in this module you want some extra help, feel free to either shoot me an email, put a question up on Blackboard. I'm also available by appointment for Zoom, and I'm happy to help you out. I hope you have a fantastic day.